Aspirin is the most casual drug relationship humanity has ever had. Headache pop 2, don't think about it, no prescription, no drama, just a little white pill sitting in every medicine cabinet since before your grandparents were born. Here's the thing, we took aspirin for 70 years before anyone figured out how it worked. 70, we sent people to space before we understood aspirin. I need you to sit with that for a second. The most popular drug in human history, and for most of that history, the best medical explanation was, I don't know, it just does. The story starts 2,400 years ago. Hippocrates told his patients to chew willow bark for fever and pain, and it worked. Nobody knew why. For 24 centuries, the best prescription in medicine was eat this tree. And if you're looking at that image thinking it looks like firewood, you're not wrong. Actual willow bark for medicine was peeled thin and dried flat, almost like parchment. Nobody was chewing a branch. In 1828, a German chemist pulled the active stuff out of the bark. It was called salicin. Problem, salicin turned into salicylic acid in your stomach, and salicylic acid treated your pain by also destroying your stomach lining, like hiring a bodyguard who punches you in the gut every morning. Thanks, buddy. Then in 1897, Felix Hoffmann at Bayer stuck one tiny chemical group onto that acid and acetyl group. That's it, one small tweak. The result was salicylic acid. Bayer named it aspirin. Your stomach survived. The headache still vanished. Bayer sold it to the entire planet. But here's the wild part. Nobody knew how it worked. Not Hoffmann, not Bayer, not any doctor writing the prescription. The world's best-selling drug was a total black box for 7 decades. Then in 1971, a pharmacologist named John Vane cracked it. Aspirin shuts down an enzyme called COX. Picture COX as a tiny factory in your cells. Its whole job is making chemicals called prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are the ones yelling, "This hurts," and send more swelling. Aspirin walks into that factory and slaps an acetyl group right onto the enzyme's active site, shuts it down permanently. The enzyme is done like pulling the battery out of a smoke detector, except the smoke detector is pain and the battery is a cluster of atoms some German chemist stuck on. In 1897. Vane got the Nobel Prize for that in 1982 for explaining a pill your grandma was already taking 3 times a week. In the 1990s, doctors started telling basically everyone over 50 to take a baby aspirin every day. The logic was simple. If aspirin slows blood clotting, maybe it prevents heart attacks. For a while, the data looked promising. Millions of people signed up for a daily habit. Then came the big studies. After 2018, several large trials showed that for people who had never had a heart attack or stroke, daily aspirin didn't help much. And it came with a real cost: bleeding, stomach bleeds, brain bleeds, small risks that add up fast when millions of people take a pill every single day for decades. The medical community reversed course. Take an aspirin a day became maybe don't unless your doctor says so. Decades of advice updated by newer data. That's science doing its job. It just takes a while sometimes. Also, those bottles on screen look like they belong in a Victorian apothecary, not a modern pharmacy. Real children's Tylenol comes in a plastic bottle with a cartoon on the label. Just so we're clear. One more thing. Aspirin in kids with viral illness don't mix flu, chickenpox, anything viral. There's a rare but serious condition called Reye's syndrome. It attacks the liver and brain. That's why every children's fever reducer on the shelf is acetaminophen or ibuprofen now, not aspirin. 100 billion aspirin tablets are made every year, about 12 for every person alive. And the whole thing traces back to a guy in ancient Greece who said, "Try chewing this bark." That's aspirin, a folk remedy that became the world's first blockbuster drug. It taught us how pain works, then it taught us that even good medical advice comes with an expiration date, which honestly is the most aspirin thing aspirin could have done. Thanks for watching. If you want more substances that quietly run the world, hit subscribe. I'll be here next time, probably still thinking about that 70-year gap. 70 years, we're a bold species.